Hello. I am really embarrassed because I recorded a whole thing, or I thought I was recording, and then I realized I wasn't recording. After I did stuff and I was going, oh yeah, now I'm going to put all this together. So I am going to basically recount what happened today. And I had to do a rescue. I had to basically get a temporary thing set up here. And there I know I still have 4 isopods alive in this little thing, or at least 2. I was still filming, or I thought I was filming and doing it. So let me go back and recount what happened when I got up earlier today, or in the afternoon, because I sleep mornings, I work nights. I realized that my enclosure was still very damp. As a matter of fact, it looked damper than it had before, which was very, is that one of them right there? Are you there? Yes, you are. I just can't focus on you very well with the camera. But anyhow, I noticed that it was all far more damp than it should be. And I also noticed that I had some more dead isopods with no springtails to, eat them and that. And as I was trying to figure out, my sleepy brain reminded me that I had, silly me, had not done, had rushed and got some sphagnum moss without fully researching it. And I know I mentioned it in one of them that I was like, well, I hope this isn't going to be a problem because it has a wetting agent. There you go. There's the other one. I saw it earlier. He's probably going, she's moving so much stuff. I'm going to sit still so she won't catch me this time. Oh no, there he is. He's moving. Anyhow, it reminded me of the wetting unit, the wetting agent. So this time, instead of trying to find information through the retailer site and the manufacturer site, which only said, oh, this is an organic wetting agent, I actually straight looked up wetting agent. And it was about, a wetting agent in soil is the agents used for it, let's put it that way, are known as surfactants, which is detergent and soaps. And what they do is they break the water. How they explain it for, lay people is it breaks the surface tension of the water. Hi, Kat, you going to join us here? Surface tension of the water so the plant can access it easier. Okay. In the more chemical terms, water is a if you ever put oil and water together, you notice that they don't mix because water has poles, they have magnetic poles, and oil is a non-polar, so it just doesn't mix. Detergent adds a non-polar section to water so it can mix with stuff like waxes and oils and that, and remove them from its stuff here, which is actually kind of deadly for animals that need water to breathe through their skins and needs their little waxy membranes to help them. So pretty much my whole vivarium, or most of it, was poisoned. The dumbbell I can reclaim. I just need to, shower it off, wash it off under hot water and all that stuff and get the surfactant off of it. I was able to, I went and bought some real sphagnum moss, and for this, I had enough materials from the other stuff that I was able to create this. And then the stuff that I do have in here from the other stuff I had it on there because there was living isopods on it. They were also up high and weren't actually touching the soil. I think the only reason my stuff lived as long as they did was because I had put water in my enthusiasm, had put water in other parts of the enclosure instead of just where the sphagnum moss was, just to kind of dampen things down and all that stuff, because I thought stuff was too dry. That's silly me. So I think that's what saved me. So I set up this rescue thing. It's in a container that used to have cat treats, which actually worked best in a lot of stuff, because here's the one. Here's one that's over here that we go through, because the dust from it they can eat. It's a protein source, and because it's dust, I don't have to worry about it molding. So, and then of course I get this done, and then after I did this, checked a little bit. After work, what I had to do is I had to make sure I didn't have any isopods alive in the rest of the soil and stuff. Partially because, if there was any, I did want to rescue them, but mostly because it's illegal to dump live exotic bugs out into the environment here. So I went and sifted all through, and I found no living isopods in what I had left. I found no sign of springtails. You would never know there were springtails in there. And the few baby roaches that I did find were so slow I could smash them with nobody's business. So I have dumped all that other stuff out there. I think all I need, told my daughter about it. She was very sympathetic and told me to keep at it. So, yeah. I don't remember. I'd be like going, I said other stuff, and I was like, have I said it already in this? I don't know. I mean, if I was a true YouTuber or stuff like that, obviously I would not have just taken. I'll add the photos that I took that I thought that I was recording on. I think I have one of them that shows the pail that I had delivered that looks like a blue Solo cup, which cracks me up. But yeah, I'm gonna get some more we'll clean everything in this one enclosure first, and get the more springtails and powder blue. I'm gonna try to get it where I can get them faster than I'm getting, because zebras are popular, so my zebras and all that are not coming until next week. And I do have a second enclosure, more or less ready for it. But I'm going to recondition this one, get this up, and get more powder blues. And we're done. Thank you.